So if you're overwhelmed and you're frustrated because there's not enough hours in the day, I'm here to tell you that there is. So let's go ahead and jump into it right now. All right, so just speaking from my own experience, one of the things that I've made a big shift in to get my time back and to maximize the amount of time I have in a day is to live and die by my calendar and be what I like to call a calendar crusader. Everything that you do on a day-to-day basis should be in your calendar or it won't happen. If you rely on your memory, it's going to fail you. It's not if, it's when. You might have a great memory, but eventually you're going to forget something, and that is going to be a potential risk and an opportunity cost to you. So I want you to be a calendar crusader, live and die by your calendar, and make sure that every person on your team, especially if you're a creative agency owner, is doing the same thing. A nice little trick that I do is we share all of our calendars with each other. So if I want to see what my business partner Amanda has going on today, I can just pop open her calendar in my thing and see, oh, she's in a meeting right now. That's why she didn't answer my call for the 64th time. I'm just kidding, Amanda, but seriously. And then I have Chris. I can see Chris's calendar. I can see Ian's calendar. Like everybody on my team that's using their calendar, we can share and see each other's calendars. So that's a really nice trick to see and make sure that you're managing everybody's time effectively and efficiently and seeing where your time is going. What you track can grow and can improve. If you're not tracking it, you're not gonna be able to know. So become a calendar crusader. This is a really important piece. Another little trick that I wanna make sure I share with you guys is using a calendar booking system. So this calendar booking system could be Book Like a Boss, it could be Calendly. I use Calendly and I love it. I have all different types of meetings. You can even charge people within Calendly for the meetings, which is gonna lead me to something I'm gonna talk about here in just a minute. But I think it's important that you understand using a tool like Calendly where nobody gets on your calendar without going through your Calendly first. They can't just be like, hey, I wanna meet with you, cool. Here you go, let's meet Tuesday at 4 p.m. and then you just show up Tuesday at 4 p.m. It needs to be in your calendar. You send them an invite to your Calendly. They pick the time that works best for them. They lock it in, they can fill out some questions, you can qualify them on that. And then when you do book with them, and if it's like a brand new client, somebody that you've never talked to before that wants your time, you're not giving them an hour. You're not giving them a half an hour. You're definitely not giving them 2 hours, right? You wanna give them 15 to 20 minutes max. And I'm serious when I say max. You wanna give them 15 to 20 minutes. So you need to make your meetings shorter. 15 minutes to 20 minutes is plenty of time to get a lot done. And if you go into these meetings with a clear agenda, this is gonna make it much more successful. One of the ways that I lead my discovery calls and my meetings, if you get on the phone with me, you'll hear me and see me do this, is 3 questions. That's all I have time for because you're gonna give me the answers and that's gonna fill up those 15 to 20 minutes. My 3 questions are my agenda. What's your vision? What are your roadblocks? And what is your 12-month goal? With these 3 questions, I'm able to assert and qualify this person on the phone to know if they're gonna be a good use of my time or not. I'm not asking about their budget. I'm not asking about any of those harder questions before I'm willing to qualify and make sure this person is a good fit for me. I call this process, and it's something I've learned, I didn't come up with this myself, but I call this process VR12. This is a good way to remember it, something you should be applying into your agency that's gonna help you maximize your time, have shorter meetings, be able to do more meetings per day, and make more money. All right, so the last piece of this that's really important for you to know is documenting everything. Now, I hate to admit this, but the reality is I sucked at this for like the majority of my time. Even as an agency owner, I sucked at documenting stuff. I just had it all up in my head and I thought, well, I just teach it to people and it'll be good. It's not scalable. That's not scalable. If something happens to you and you have an agency and people that are relying and depending on you, you are hurting yourself and hurting them by not having this documented in writing, on paper, not just on paper, on a digital document where people can read it, learn it. And nowadays, I'm not just documenting in writing, I'm actually making YouTube videos and trainings and courses and all kinds of stuff. And I've taken documentation because it was my weakest area, and I've now made it one of my strongest areas of my business. I want you to document everything. Once you document everything, you're going to be able to leverage other people's time and get your time back and train people how to do this stuff properly. You can improve that documentation over time, you can make it better, but there are really good tools to document everything too, like on a Zoom call. Like, how do I document while I'm on a Zoom call? There's Reader AI, there's Otter AI that Amanda uses all the time. So there's lots of different ways that you can automate your processes and streamline your production as far as documentation. But there's a graphic design gadget called Rocketbook where you can literally write in it and it'll save what you're writing into a digital document that you can then edit and change and do all that stuff, so it makes it really scalable. So these are just 3 tips that I would use to maximize my time, and that I do use to maximize my time with my agency. I'm a calendar crusader. I have short meetings, so I don't really do anything over a 15, 20-minute meeting, at least initially, unless it's paid. If I'm getting paid, I will give more of my time, but I'm not giving somebody more than 15, 20 minutes of my time if I'm not getting paid for that. And then the last thing is making sure that you document everything using those tools. If you have any questions on this stuff, if you get stuck on this stuff, if you're just like, Adrian, I just need your help, man, I just want you in my life, then join the Instagraphics Pro Network on Facebook. It's so easy. All you gotta do is fill out like 3 or 4 questions and approve the rules. Once you do that, I'll let you into the group. We'll let you in. We'll welcome you with open arms. We do a cool welcome post and everything. We want you to introduce yourself and just be part of our tribe, part of our network, because we're all trying to level up together. Nobody's perfect, neither am I. I just wanna help you succeed. So if you're a creative agency owner, connect with me, connect in our group, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm Adrian Boysel, and as always, keep looking up.